My name is Jordan Wolff and I am here today to tell you my story. January 2017, I started my journey to become a professional wrestler by taking my first steps into the asylum. 16 years old, I was young, hungry and full of optimism ahead of the beginning of my journey into professional wrestling. But unfortunately, 2 weeks after I began training, I suffered broken ribs, which unfortunately meant I had to take a break for a while. In May, I returned to training, and from there on out it was pretty smooth sailing. I was making progress and I was heading in the direction I wanted to go in. And ultimately, come February of 2018, at 17 years old, I was accepted as a fully fledged member of the asylum, and my journey into professional wrestling truly was underway. So at this point, things were going pretty well, but unfortunately that wasn't to last, as about a month after becoming a member of the asylum, I suffered a shoulder injury, which unfortunately put me out for 3 months. And to be honest, this kind of came at a worse time, as because I was just a brand new member of the asylum. This put me at a further disadvantage, as I was already behind everyone else in the class from being new. This meant that when I returned, I would basically have to relearn everything and basically start from scratch. And that's what I'd done. I came back after 3 months, and I basically spent the rest of the year playing catch up, trying to get back to the level I should have been at. And by the end of the year, I felt good. I felt comfortable. Everything was going well. So at the time when I tore my quad, I didn't actually know it was torn. It wasn't until I went back to training in January that I figured out something was wrong, as I just went to do a simple move, and when I landed, my knee caved and I hit the deck. I didn't know what was wrong, but I knew something wasn't right. So I went and get that checked. I went to physio, where he informed me that there was a minor tear in my quad. He said I'd need to take some time out to let that heal and build the strength back up. Because he said that if I didn't, I would end up with a torn ACL, and a torn ACL keeps you out for 6 to 9 months, or even up to a year. And quite frankly, that wasn't a risk I wanted to take. So I stopped training, took time off. I rehabbed my quad to build the strength back up so I could return. And it wasn't until late April, where I was in a good enough shape to make my comeback and return to training. So I made my return to training, and my first day back I had a training match. My first match since December of the previous year. And after the match, Lionheart said to me that was the best match I had ever had, which meant a lot to me, as if that was the first time I truly believed that I could make it and do something. I'll never forget those words that he said to me. You really made a difference. Rest in peace, brother. But it really went downhill from there. After then, I never really kicked on from that, and everything was stop-start. I never got a good run. I never really got a chance to show that I could do what I could do, and I'm pretty sure people questioned my motivation, how much I really wanted it. But to me, that was never in doubt, because everything was so stop-start. It frustrated me. It made me angry. It made me want to prove myself more. And ultimately, that was my downfall at that time. At the time, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. There was a mental and physical block to make the progress I wanted to make, and at that point I just didn't know where I was going, whether I could make it or not. So now, with all the doubt creeping in, it really took a toll, and I just started to spiral. And eventually, about in November, everything just came to a head. I was at the lowest point I've ever been, and I realised I had to make a change. I had to forget about everything that had happened and move on and start again. And I did. I spent December training my ass off, trying to get back to the top, or back to where I should be at, and it was going really well. I was making progress. I was stronger than I've ever been, bigger than I've ever been. I was just the best I'd ever been, and I knew I was just going to write off 2019 as, honestly, it was just a waste. It was horrendous, if I'm being quite honest. So at this point, I have decided that 2020 was going to be my year. It was going to be the year where I broke through. I became the best version of myself, and it started really well. I had my most consistent training period. I was making progress. I was better than ever. I felt as if I belonged and that I could do it. But then, unfortunately, this whole pandemic hit, which put those plans on hold, which was a bit frustrating, I'll admit. But the more I think about it, it's became an opportunity to improve myself, to make that leap, to show everyone who I am, who Jordan Wolff is, what he can do. I started doing this when I was 16 years old. I'm now nearly 20, and what impact have I made? None. Absolutely none. Well, that is about to change, because I am angry, I am frustrated, and I'm no longer willing to wait, because I've been caged up for way too long, and I'm ready to release the hound out of his cage. And trust me, brother, when I do, nothing will be the same, because I am Jordan Wolff, and the hound will rise.